Hello everyone, today I am going to explain you about the 11th class History NCERT along with the notes. So here begins the first lesson from the beginning of the time, and in this lesson we'll study about the human evolution. And here is the first point. Human evolution started in Africa and it is also known as cradle of humankind, and study of early humans done through three ways, that is archaeology, biology and geology. Humanids and Neanderthals, they are the species, and humanids are great apes plus human ancestors. Apes is nothing but the chimpanzees and monkeys, etc. Humanids are the direct ancestors of modern humans, and Neanderthals are the first species to live in cold climatic conditions using animal skin. Here are the two main points. The earliest human fossils have been discovered mainly in Africa. Cave paintings is earliest form of art by humans. Next, second point is major species. There are 5 major species, and first one are Australopithecus. They are the oldest ancestors and famous fossil Lucy. Homo habilis, they are the handyman, first tool makers, and their tools are known as oldovan tools because they are made of stones. Next, Homo erectus, they have used the fire and they were the first one to migrate out of Africa. And Achillean tools, they are hand axe. And Homo neanderthalensis, they have buried the dead and stocky build. Next, extinct 40,000 years ago. Homo sapiens are the modern humans, emerged in Africa, appeared 3 lakhs years ago. And third point is tools and techniques. Older one, simple stone tools, Achillean hand axes, and Mousterian, they are the middle Paleolithic stone tool industry, which is related to Neanderthals. Next, upper Paleolithic tools, they are blades, bone tools, etc. Next, this is the chronological order of the stones: chopper, hand axe and microliths. And the transition of settled life began in Neolithic. The point is hunter-gatherer life. Small family groups, they used to migrate seasonally, they used to share the food, they used the natural materials like wood, bone, stone. And movement of early humans out of Africa began around 1 million years ago. This is the important point. And frequently the UPSC pointers out of Africa theory, the total 4 points that we have studied now, we have to put it in this out of Africa theory. And you have to also say the differences between Australopithecus and the Homo species. So they are the first ancestors and the others have made the changes, so you need to explain about those. And the Achillean and versus oldovan tools. And next, fire use of Homo erectus. So the shift from scavenging to hunting is also the point you have to include about them. So here is the first lesson. Next, let's begin the second one. Temple economy was based on redistribution of surplus. Next, writing. So there was a cuneiform writing. First writing in the world is cuneiform, written on clay tablets using reed stylus, and it is mainly cuneiform was mainly discovered for tax, trade, and temple economy was based on redistribution of surplus. Next, writing. Cuneiform was the special writing, and it was the first writing in the world and written on clay tablets using reed stylus, and it was mainly used for writing the tax and trade records. Then comes laws, literature, schools, texts. Schools called Edubba, tablet house. It was kind of tablet house, so they have named it as Edubba. Scribes were highly respected. Next, eighth, law and distribution. Hammurabi's code, Babylon, it was the law which was used based on eye for an eye and harsh punishments for lower classes. There was a social inequality. Legacy, first cities, first writing, first schools, law codes, base 60 mathematics, 60 minutes and 360 circle, and canal irrigation system. So these were the main things in Mesopotamia civilization. And why it was declined. So invasions, so outers have come into their area, so like that, invasions by Persians and Greeks. River shifts, as the place was between two rivers, the shift of rivers due to that. And environmental degradation, breakdown of irrigational networks. So this is how the Mesopotamia has been declined. Third lesson, an empire across 3 continents, Roman Empire. First point, extent of the empire. Covered Europe, North Africa and West Asia. Capital was Rome. Mediterranean Sea was also known as Roman Lake. And here are the 2 main important points. Pompeii, it was a city destroyed due to volcanic eruption. Caracalla was a person granted Roman citizenship to all the free inhabitants of Roman. Political structure, it was republic. Senate dominated by wealthy patricians. Patricians were the landowners, and assemblies represented people, plebeians. In this chapter, you need to remember a few words that have been used in Roman Empire. Augustus was the first emperor, established Pax Romana to 200 years peace, and emperor was supreme authority and the army was loyal to the emperor. Next, society. Here are the words which were used in Roman Empire: patricians, plebeians, slaves, freedmen and patron. Please check out the meanings. Family. Male dominated, father was the head. Patria potestas was known as the head. Women had property rights but limited public role. Economy. Agriculture, trade. Backbone of the economy was the agriculture. Large states were also known as latifundia, using slave labor. Trade. Extensive Mediterranean trade. Wine, olive oil, pottery and grain was traded. Standard currency was denarius. Please remember this point. Next comes the urban life. Cities were Rome, Alexandria and Antioch. Features was baths, theaters, forums and aqueducts for water supply. An important point, Danube River formed the northern frontier of the empire, Roman Empire. Next, army. They were highly disciplined and professional. Key to expansion and maintaining control. Soldiers served 25 years, received land after the retirement. And sixth one is the culture and the achievements. Roman law, basis of the modern legal systems. Latin language was the Greek used in East. And architecture, Colosseum, which means theaters, and aqueducts were the bridges, and roads were the architectures, and engineering excellence, arches and concrete. Next, religion, polytheistic, Jupiter, Mars, Venus. It is a belief that there are more than one god. Okay. And next, Christianity spread from 1st century CE, and Constantine legalized Christianity, which means there was a constant spread of Christianity. Theodosius made it official religion. Theodosius means giving to the god. Next, crisis and decline. Internal issues, political instability, weak rulers, economic crisis, decline of cities, slave revolts. Next, external issues, barbarian invasions, Goths, Vandals and Huns. And Western Roman Empire fell in 476 CE, and Eastern Empire was Byzantine, continued till 1453 CE. And here is the important point, the Eastern Roman Empire later became known as Byzantine Empire, and bread and circus in Roman refers to entertainment and free grain. Next, ninth point is legacy of Rome. Republic government idea, law and administration, Latin language, basis of Roman language, architecture and engineering, calendar Julian. And the major reason for the decline of the Roman Empire is invasion of Germanic tribes. So here we finished 3 lessons, and let's discuss other chapters in the other video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, please like, share and subscribe.